YouTube, it's G again, and I'm playing a little bit of Conquest on Bandit Desert. I haven't been playing Armored Kill quite a few days now, just because I was going for infantry gameplay for a Nova montage, which is about to come out pretty soon. I can't tell you exactly when and what it's going to be, but stay tuned, subscribe to Nova, and you will see it. And also follow me on Twitter. Maybe. I'm not gonna force you to, just do whatever you want, but the topic I'm going to discuss today is Armored Kill, and especially the patch, or what the patch did to the canister shell I'm using right here. What the patch did was, I guess maybe, now most of you should know this, but what the patch did was, instead of being able to just fire your tank shell and then your canister shell over and over, you now have to wait for the reload for both weapons. So you fire your tank shell, you switch to the canister, and you can't shoot immediately. You have to wait for the reload. And the reason why so many people got mad at this was, it basically makes canister shell a little bit useless, because okay, when I have to wait for the reload, why should I switch to the canister? I can just shoot the tank shell again. I mean, what's the deal? But I still like it on the tank destroyers, simply because it's a lot more effective against aircraft and infantry. Simple as that, because most of the time I've noticed that when I shoot an infantry from quite far away, or even point blank, with a tank shell, it's not going to kill them. If I don't hit him directly, I can't rely on a splash damage. It just doesn't work. It doesn't cut it for me. It just won't kill them most of the time. And this gives them an opportunity to kill you, like putting C4 all over you, or getting an RPG off in your bag that disables you instantly, and then you're really in trouble. And I just think as a tank driver, you need a viable option against infantry. Especially when you don't have anyone else with you in the tank. And the gunner seats or the gunner positions on those tank destroyers are so useless, people basically never ride with you. At least on pubs, people never go with you. And the canister shells are pretty cool, because you barely any time get any hit markers. Except for this situation right here. Look at it. He gets out, point blank, kneecaps, still alive. Maybe I'm just awful, maybe it was just lag, or maybe I just did not kill him, like he has 1% health left or something. I don't really know, but since he's a support guy and I'm afraid of C4 quite a bit when I'm in a tank, I just back up on this little hill right here, get a nice little vantage point, and I will eventually find and kill him. So where's he going to be? Come here, you. Come out. Come out, wherever you are. Come on. Come on. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Alright, canister shell failed one more time. Watch that. Hit marker, but boom, got it. Finally. And now, a demonstration of the range of canister shells. Watch, watch. Roughly 150 meters, not even a headshot, and he's dead. I don't know if he took prior damage, but even if, canister shells kill at this range. I'm not even kidding. Canister shells even destroy helicopters and jets in one hit if you hit him really hard, like really close, like below 50 meters. It can destroy a jet in one shot, and that's pretty awesome. And now to the main reason why I like it on tank destroyers, but not on main battle tanks. Because the reload time on tank destroyers is quite a bit shorter. I don't have really statistical insight, and I can't really tell you how much shorter it is, but it is quite a bit shorter than on main battle tanks. You will notice that once you get into one of those games. And therefore, being the reload time being that short, I don't even care if I have to wait this extra second. I mean, most of the time you have the time to wait the second and just blast the guy in the face, because you are a tank, he's infantry. The max damage he can deal to you is 50. He can disable you. You can kill him. And if he's alone, you can still repair your tank because there's no more threat around you. I mean, yes, granted, there's some sort of randomness going on in this game mode, and you may just get hit by an occasional TV missile or another tank snuck up on you, which is pretty likely because those maps are chock full of all kinds of vehicles. Like, okay, there's a scout helicopter about to get blasted. Not by me, by the way. I just disable him with the canisters, but I do my fair share of damage to him. Look at this, disabled, and then he got finished off by an Igla. Pretty awesome. I mean, yes, granted, I may should have gone for the tank shell shot, but canister shells are a lot easier to hit helicopters with, and they deal significant damage. And once a helicopter is disabled, he's in trouble because he has to land to repair unless he has a gunner. And I'm very happy this guy missed his tow missile shot because he would absolutely destroy me. But I guess not. I can still repair my stuff. And I hate to spoil it for you, but my team's going to win. I mean, that's actually not really a spoiler if you look at the score right now. Not so much the tickets, but we almost got all flags capped. And another spoiler, I go flawless. And I say flawless while I kill the jet. That's pretty awesome, right? But you know what's also awesome? That I go flawless. No, I'm not gonna brag about it. It wasn't that hard. The enemy team wasn't really competent in using vehicles, so one of our jet pilots really went to town on those guys. Obviously I did as well. Just because I don't go into major hotspots where like 3 tanks are going to shoot at me at once. That's not really the situation I want to be in. You want to shoot at, you want to stay out of sight and you want to kill, or you want to shoot at tanks or tank drivers not paying attention to you, so you can get the first shot off, you can get an edge on that engagement and easily win it. Because playing with tanks on Battlefield, I know it's pretty far-fetched, but to me it just feels like playing chess, and I have to destroy this wall here before I can kill the guy, and boom, see ya. It's a lot like playing chess. It's a lot victory or being defeated just most of the time just depends on, okay, where am I and where are my enemies? And that's what chess is most of the time. I've been playing chess since I was 5 or 4 years old. And I'm pretty good at it, believe it or not, but that's what Battlefield is. Battlefield with tanks is just like playing chess, and this guy can repair stuff and just bails out. And no, I don't get him with the canisters. I don't know if I just miss my shots or he's just too far away to get him. I don't know. Sometimes you get people from that range, and you're going to surprise yourself how good the canister shells are. But maybe you just gotta be lucky with the spread that you get a headshot off or something. But for the most part, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy using canister shells. I really still enjoy armored kill, even though most people don't enjoy it anymore. Which is pretty weird if you ask me, because so many people were so excited for armored kill to come out, like, oh, it's gonna be so awesome, bringing back the real Battlefield we all love. And in the end, the real Battlefield is dead. Yeah, I hate to tell you that, but the real Battlefield is not excuse me. The real Battlefield is not what's popular nowadays. What's popular nowadays is Call of Duty. Fast-paced action. Don't wait 10 seconds to respawn. Just respawn and kill the guy. No tactics and vehicles and complicated game mechanics. Just plain and simple run and gun gameplay, and this is what COD is good for. And boom, see ya. At this range, it's pretty much obvious that he can't survive the canister shell. What I wanted to say is, Call of Duty is popular and Battlefield as well, yes, granted, but it's more popular. And just because it's more action-based, I mean, if you look at the servers, which maps are the most played? Close quarters maps, TDM on canals, Operation Metro. I don't think that's just coincidence. It boils down to what the community is. At least to me. I mean, yes, I enjoy both game types. For the most part, I enjoy Armored Kill. I really like Close Quarters. And I don't hate on Call of Duty. I really like the game. Despite the fact I don't like the game. Well, let me explain this. In my opinion, Call of Duty is a great game. It's not a bad game by any means. I just don't like it. I just don't enjoy playing it that much. I hope you can understand and accept my opinion there. Because Call of Duty is, for the most part, well balanced, it has good maps, and for what it wants to be, just fast-paced multiplayer action. It's perfect. And what Battlefield is, it's sort of a mixture nowadays, because Battlefield 3 obviously has a few COD elements, like for example Close Quarters and a lot of city maps. I mean, if I compare to Bad Company 2, which is the only other Battlefield game I have ever played, Bad Company 2 was a lot of jungle and just nature, islands and so forth, and not that much urban environments. The only maps I can think of right now are Erika Harbor on the second base and Oasis on the later stages on Rush, or Oasis on Conquest. But for the most part, Battlefield turned into a city game. Alright, granted, Close Quarters is indoor. Back to Karkand are repairing the wrong tank. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot sometimes. What I'm doing right here and right now is getting my reactive armor back up. Some people know this, some don't. If you repair your tank on the sides where your reactive armor is gone, your reactive armor will pop up again. And it takes like 2 or 3 seconds. You can hear it by the sound. It's just try it out. You can hear it by the sound when you're done repairing your tank, and then you can hear by the sound when you're done repairing the reactive armor. And this can also be done by your secondary gunner. If he gets out and repairs the sides, reactive armor will pop up again. That's a pretty useful tip, so take that into account whenever you play Armored Kill or on any tank heavy map, because reactive armor is the most useful perk ever on any tank. Because when you think about it, if you both hit your first shot and he has no reactive armor but you have one shot in advance, because you damage him, he didn't damage you. It basically doesn't count if he hits you with a tank shell and just destroys your reactive armor. Had to drink a bit. Tasty iced tea. And another tip I can give you: if possible, if you have friends playing with you, stay together in one tank. Don't take 2 tanks individually, because the odds that you two stay alive and wreak a lot of havoc is a lot higher when you're 2 engineers in a tank being able to repair it once it gets damaged. And this iglo right there sort of saved me. Sort of, because I don't know if I would have gotten the shot off and destroyed by myself. There's something else you'll notice. If an attack helicopter comes down to you, and most of the time, at least some pubs, some are smarter and try to circle strafe, but some just go one strafe, attack you from the front, just like this guy right here, fly over you, and you can just turn around your turret and hit him in the back, or hit him in the side, because he will be very low behind you and trying to get up again and turning around. And at this stage, the helicopter is almost standing still, just being a free double kill for you. Just my little piece of advice here: if you are in a chopper attacking a tank, don't do that. And if you aren't in the tank, I hope he does that. Train how to circle strafe. It's not that hard, and it's really useful because it keeps you on target and it keeps you off. Oh my god, that's what I was talking about. That headshot from that far away, sort of lucky, sort of isn't, but that's what makes canister shells so viable. It gives you a very, very viable option against infantry at pretty much any range you want. If he's in range to shoot you, you are in range to one-hit kill him with the canisters. Simple and blatant. And I tried to go for a little trick shot here on the chopper, but it didn't work out pretty well. I will take out a few more choppers with canister shells in this little gameplay right here. Which is not really significant because it's pretty easy to do it. Especially when those people just hover around your in your face, directly in your sideline. And if you see people like me just running around in tanks and trying to hit choppers and jets with tank shells and canisters, try to gain some altitude so I can shoot you. That's the best piece of advice I can give you right here. And destroy the tank and get killed, but yes, I got him. Oh my god, look at the range. If you looked at the flag, that was more or less 180 meters. And killing in one shot with a body shot, that's pretty beastly if you ask me. And this sort of brings me to the opinion, at least it's not my opinion, but I can understand when you say, okay, before the patch, canister shells just were absolutely OP. Just horribly OP, because you've just seen that. I killed that guy from like 200 meters with a body shot. That's an extreme amount of damage. And he doesn't even know where it came from or why he died. And it wasn't even his fault, basically, because... I mean, are you expecting getting shot in the stomach and dying from 200 meters away from a tank just accidentally shooting at you? I mean... there may be some truth to the same old saying, okay, canister shells may be a little bit OP. Just maybe, just a little bit. And this guy bails out before his tank explodes. Do I get him? Does he come around? I don't know. Yes, there he is. I didn't even see him, I just predicted he's going to be there. Despite the fact I don't have any prediction skills at all. But that's not even a lie, I can't predict anything. Like, okay, he's going to be there, I'm going to kill him. No, he's somewhere else. You predicted wrong, dude, and that's what happens to me all the time. I don't know why. I try to destroy... just derp around here because my team is pretty much doing all the work, and I'm just going for trick shots on jets and helicopters, and I'm not really useful in this game, I admit, but I don't even have to. So... and the same old saying, you mad bro, I don't have to be useful right now. And the AA gun tries to kill me. Which is a bad thing. Don't get enemy tanks' attention to you when you are in the AA gun. And don't come nearer to me, I mean he's driving right at me. Look at this. Well, granted I miss him and he gets destroyed by the other tank destroyer, but why would you rush in with an AA gun? It deals pretty much no damage to enemy tanks, and it's just not armored at all. It just blows up within seconds. I mean, why would you ever engage a tank? Despite the fact before the last patch, or the patch before that, I don't even know anymore, it wasn't even able to damage tanks at all. But it was able before this patch. It's pretty confusing. So many patches DICE brought out. But I guess DICE is making a great job just balancing the game over and over, like the AC-130 got buffed, but also got nerfed. Doesn't really make sense. And what I'm seeing right here is it's pretty cool actually. This tank destroyer, when you have reactive armor on, but the front reactive armor is gone, it just looks like some sort of scorpion or something. Like it's having the scissors on the left, on the right. It looks pretty cool. Please rewind and just look at the tank. Looks pretty awesome. At least in my book. Oh well. I don't even know what to say anymore. The game is gonna be over soon. And tell me your opinion. Canister shells still a viable option or not? And do you still use them on main battle tanks? Because I switched to the LMG because I think the reload time is just too long, and I just rather have an LMG for infantry purposes. And just go for tank shell shots against enemy vehicles like helicopters and of course enemy tanks and so forth. Or just to crash a building on a couple of guys. Oh well. So tell me your opinion. Do you like armored kill? Do you like canister shells? Do you like, I don't know, Battlefield at all? Do you play it anymore? I mean, a lot of people just quitted playing this game just because the bugs. It's still pretty bugged. I'm gonna make a video about this eventually, just showcasing a few things I think are really, really, let's say, annoying. I mean, most of those bugs are not game breaking, but they are annoying. For example, I'm pretty lagging right here, right now. I don't even know why. I mean, recording's pretty smooth all game, except for the last few seconds of the gameplay right here. And this is the end of the game, stomp the enemy team, not really hard, but as I said, tell me your opinion, if you have one. And please tell me what you want to see next. I can do quite a few other gameplays for you. I can do some close quarters, I can do something else. I most likely will do an own montage of myself, a little daytage. Let's see if I find time to edit overnight. Other than that, I want to say thank you very, very much for watching. See you next time, and out. See ya. Bye.